Hi, I'm Adam Lane Smith, a retired psychotherapist and now attachment specialist. And today I'm going to be talking about male depression, why it happens, and how to fix it. Now, male depression is a little bit different typically from female depression. And this is not going to cover every single depression case that's ever existed, but in my long experience as a licensed psychotherapist, I treated a lot of male depression. And what I found was that almost all of them had the same pieces in common. Now, what pieces is that? Number one, helplessness. And number two, hopelessness. Now, helplessness looks very specific for men. For men, we are very goal driven. We're very ambitious in what we want to do, and we need to get it done. That's what we're designed around, is accomplishing tasks and accomplishing goals and having a long-term legacy that means something. That is what the male brain is designed to want, to crave. We're builders and we're protectors. If a man has no purpose in life, if he has no goal, no mission, nothing to accomplish, if he feels like there is no meaning in his life at all, long-term meaning, he often becomes depressed because he has no reason to live. Why would you not be depressed at that point? You're just living to survive. Men need more than that. And if men feel that they also cannot accomplish that mission, if they have a task, if they have a goal and can't accomplish it, they are blocked from it. They are not physically strong enough. They don't have enough financial resources. They can't speak right in their relationships. Something is wrong, so they cannot reach that goal. Men often become depressed then. Men have a very solution-built mind. You put in data and it spits out solutions based on the experiences you've had before. If you don't have any similar experience at all and can't generalize your past experiences to fix your new situations, your brain will not spit out a correct solution and you will feel stuck. So you will continue applying solutions that do not work and get more and more and more frustrated. That leads to helplessness. This is usually where depression starts to kick in. Sometimes anxiety can kick in a lot before that. Sometimes the anxiety is there. Sometimes the mission is impossible or there is no mission because of a broken attachment. Missions and meaning almost always come from relationships with other human beings. That can be your mission is to protect your family. Your mission could be to find a wife and build a family. Your mission could be to provide an inheritance for your family. It could be to set up a homeless shelter for a specific demographic. It could be to fix a city of other human beings. Meaning comes from long-term impact in relationships with other human beings. That is where purpose is found. When men can't do that, they start to get depressed. What are depression signs? Difficulty sleeping, insomnia, undereating or overeating, or switching between the two, weight loss or weight gain of more than 5 or 10 pounds in either direction that you didn't intend, restlessness, fatigue, sad thoughts, depressed mood, sometimes recurring thoughts of death, not even committing suicide, but just death. These are just a few of them. There's something like, I track at least 20 different depression symptoms when I assess people. There are many, and if you have depression, you probably know it because you're exhausted all the time, you're stressed, and you feel like there's just no purpose. In a nutshell, that typically is depression. Or you feel stuck and frustrated in life for a long-term period of time, and it starts to drain your life away and suck your will to live. That is helplessness. Where men really become suicidal is hopelessness, belief that it will never get better. So I have no purpose in life and I'm never going to find one. I can't accomplish this mission that means everything to me and it will never change and I can never get better. Hopelessness starts to spawn that suicidality. You become suicidal because you just want the pain to end. What's happening is you're experiencing pain in your brain. You have a region specifically for emotional pain, social pain, physical pain also. But if you have prolonged emotional pain that never ends, and if it gets worse as your relationships get worse, if you can't provide for your family and your kids are continuing to grow and their needs are getting more and more, and you can't figure it out and the pressure's growing and you still feel hopeless, you are going to look for a way out. You're not going to want to kill yourself necessarily. Suicide is not about wanting to die. It's wanting to escape from the pain. It's wanting the pain to end. That is where men turn a lack of mission or an inability to perform their mission into, I just want the pain to end and I'm going to commit suicide. That's where that comes. There is one way to help men come out, really, one tried and true method to help men come out of suicidal feelings and depression is to give them a mission that is so overwhelmingly important and the ability to perform that mission, to clear away all obstacles in their path and show them how they can accomplish it on their own power, not accomplished for them, but how they can do it. That is the tried and true method to bust male depression. Men who have a mission and believe they can accomplish it can crawl over broken glass with a smile. They can go to war, they can kill, they can lose a limb and keep fighting. They can do just about anything in service of their mission. Depression tends to go away at that point. In fact, if you read the research, in war zones, and especially if, let's look at World War II London, as it was being bombed, men's mental health appeared to improve to the point that men who were catatonic in psych hospitals actually came out and documented, started driving ambulances. They were catatonic and could not move and get out of their wheelchair, and suddenly they were good enough to start driving ambulances to take care of other wounded in the city. Men who have a clear, driven purpose that means something in relation to other human beings and the ability to perform that mission do very well, and they can overcome just about anything. So to do that, number one is checking attachment and seeing if it needs to be fixed. If you do not have relationships with other human beings, if you struggle in them, and if you're afraid of them, and if you just don't know how to have them, that can often lead to feeling like there's no purpose in life because you have no relationships to find purpose in. Fixing attachment can be number one. Connecting with other people who have solved the problems you are facing and putting more data in your brain to spit out new solutions is number two. That is very crucial for men, to find people who've solved those problems before and get new data. It's helpful sometimes for some men to connect with other men who fix that solution because they'll often have a brain that works the same, so they can share with a similar language. It can also be helpful to talk to a female about that sometimes, depending on the problem. A lot of men get benefit from talking to women. Women often have different insights that can present different viewpoints to the problems you're experiencing. Ideally, get feedback from both. Get feedback from men and women so that your solutions are not skewed only in one direction for insight and details, or only in the big pieces that you've been missing. Find both. Find solutions and feedback from both men and women that you trust, who have faced that problem before and can help you overcome that challenge. That new data will help your brain formulate new solutions. And that's partly probably why you're watching this video right now, is you're hoping I'll help you do that, and I hope that I have. If you have experienced male depression, or if you know somebody who has, please let me know. I'd love to talk about it.